Hi, I'm John Schroeder, and welcome to this latest video in our Casey Clips collection. If you are a regular viewer of these clips, you know that we don't shy away from the tough questions posed by our viewers. The one we're about to answer has the potential to cause conflict and upset people on both sides of the issue. Is God a Democrat or a Republican? If that question made you gasp a bit, see if you don't come to a greater understanding of how to avoid potential conflicts by answering such explosive questions the same way as we handle it in this video. A common cliche about our two major political parties is that Republicans have no heart, while Democrats have no common sense. So if anyone offers their opinion regarding which side of the political fence God sides on, they're asking for trouble. And yet, I'm about to do just that, so here goes. The political party that God prefers is neither one. For some, that may not have been the answer you wanted to hear. But how could it be otherwise? If God loves us all equally, what souls would God consider to be outsiders or not worth loving? Actually, many of you probably laughed when reading the title of the video. I know I did when it was posed to me for the first time. Why? If you can answer the following questions, the answer will become self-evident. What human-made medical books does God prefer we use when it comes to healing people? What political system of government does God prefer we use to govern ourselves? And now go back to the original question. What human-made political party does God think is better? The answer to all three of those questions is none of them. How can I be so sure? As with most cases, we can look to the life of Jesus for the answer. What medical books did Jesus use to heal the masses? Think back to when the Roman soldiers came to arrest Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He allowed them to take him away only after healing the soldier whose ear had been cut off by the disciple Peter when he was trying to protect him. The lesson here is clear. God doesn't take sides when it comes to human-made rules and laws. This raises the question of whether or not we'd be better off if God did interfere or take sides. Again, if that were the case, then why did Jesus choose to be born to a middle-class Jewish family who were not the people in power at that time? Jesus could have chosen to be Caesar's first male-born child and become the political ruler of the Roman Empire, but he didn't. Why not? The answer leads back to the answer of this video's opening question. To succeed in winning the hearts and minds of every individual, do it by setting the perfect example. It can't be done by making decrees, passing laws, or a majority vote. Show others how well it works in your life to live as Jesus taught us, and allow them to come to their own opinions. When each of us becomes the changed person we desire to see in the rest of the world, that's when you have really made a lasting difference. Edgar Cayce was once asked which political system offers the best outcome for all of humanity. The paraphrased answer initially appears to dodge the question, but in this phrasing, a great lesson can be revealed. He said, if everyone lived in accord with the Christ consciousness, what political system could fail? And then Cayce added, if the citizens of a country make choices not in accord with the Christ consciousness, what political system could succeed? The answer to this video's question lies in those two simple statements. That's it for this edition of Casey Clips. A viewer asked the question, do spirit guides know our future? That will be the subject of our next Casey Clips video. Until then, remember that God loves you with an everlasting love.